Okay, this is one of the resources that I'm asking you to use in the context of learning assignment. And this is the Wisconsin Public Instructions Accountability Report Cards. And each school district does have their report cards listed here. You can select which one you want to research here. And so I'm going to look at, let's see. I'm going to look at Jefferson, and I'm going to look at all schools. And notice I can select the different years here. The 2018 may or may not be available for all schools. If you find that there isn't information loaded, then go back to the 2017, 2018. But for now, try the 2018 to 2019. So here's the Jefferson information. Now you'll see that this is the district report card, elementary schools. If you scroll down, you've got the middle schools and the high schools. So you just select which one you want. I'm going to take a look at the district report card, the detail version. It downloads for me, and then I'm able to open up the file. So here's the file. This is Jefferson. It's the district report card for 2018-19. It's a summary. One of the first things that you should notice is that the state of Wisconsin is lit up in green. That matches to the color coding here. And so this says overall, the school is achieving, is accomplishing at a 74.3 level. And this means that they exceed expectations. They're in this color green. And you can notice that by the number of stars at the bottom too. So let's go down, take a look at the district. So the district information, it tells you what grades are involved, what their overall enrollment is. Within district mobility, so these are the number of students who are moving between schools within the district. And then the between district mobility, 2.7, these are the students who are coming into the district for open enrollment to participate in classes in this district. Now here is the demographic information, and this section here is extremely important for you to pay attention to. So in terms of looking at race and ethnicity and that sort of diversity, here are the percentages. So if you just look down here, you'll see that Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, 19.1% right here. So 19.1% of the population in this school district is of Latinx descent. 75.5 is white. But now when we get down here and we look at the student groups, we see that there's a 17.8% population of students with disability. And then we have the economically disadvantaged. So these are students who qualify for free and reduced lunch and are identified as coming from low income socioeconomic status. And this is 40.9% of the population. And there's an 8.4% of the population that are English language learners. Now, if you go back and take a look at some of the other categories here, you'll see that there's student achievement, district growth. This doesn't mean how big the district's getting. This means how the district is growing in terms of increasing students' achievement. And on track for graduation, closing gaps. So you can go ahead and take a look at those. As you scroll down, you'll see that this is a breakdown of the schools in the district, and there is 40% of the population, 40% of the schools significantly exceeds expectations. Another 20% exceeds expectations, and another 40% meets expectations. So between all of the schools in the district, they're all meeting expectations or above. You won't see this in every district. So as you go and scroll down into this report, you're able to see achievement in different areas and let's see. So English language arts and all sorts of information on graduation. And then you see in this section, there's some explanation here. Right. So I encourage you to take a look at what is reported for one. I want you to do this for the school that you're assigned. And one of the things that I think is really, really interesting is when you look at the district, yes, but then we take a look at the individual school that you're assigned. So let's go into West Elementary in the Jefferson School District. And I'm just clicking on that. Oh, that file's not found. I'm going to have to confirm my submission. Okay. And I'm going to click on one more. I'll try Sullivan. Oh, and see that one downloaded. So grab that. Now, this school significantly exceeds expectations. Now this drills down in the specific school. So you can see the percentage, the demographics here. Overall enrollment, percentage of open enrollment. So that's the percentage of kids who are coming in from outside of the district to go to school in this school. Here is your racial and ethnicity information. And then the student groups, so students with disabilities, students who are economically disadvantaged, and students who are English language learners. So you can see a lot of categories there. Now, what I want to do is I want to move into a different district, so you can see that these numbers can become very different. So let's go to the Beloit School District. Here we are. And I'm going to grab their report card detail. And the Beloit School District right here, the first thing that jumps out at you, or it should, is that overall the Beloit School District meets few expectations. Now, there are a lot of things going on in the Beloit School District, in the Beloit community. There are a lot of reasons for this number. And what a lot of people do is they just automatically jump down here to the race and ethnicity, and then they draw conclusions that this is because of the race and ethnicity. Well, it's not. Having a racially diverse school district does not mean that your achievement is going to be lower. However, what we have here is we have a population that is racially and ethnically diverse. See, we've got a Black and African American population at 22.9%, and then Hispanic and Latinx at 33.5%. So you can see there is a significant percentage of the population who are from a racial or ethnic diverse population. Then we need to look at the student groups. So students with disabilities, this remains pretty steady along with what we saw in the previous school district that we were looking at. But now I want to come down here to the economically disadvantaged. So economically disadvantaged, we've got at 71.4% of the entire Beloit school district. So it's this poverty issue that really exponentially increases the complexity involved with helping students be able to engage at the level of expectations and having many of these factors, one on top of another, increases the amount of work that we need to do as educators to make sure that we're really getting to know our students, that we're really understanding what their needs are, what their culture is all about, and learning ways that we can adapt our instruction to make sure that all of our students feel included, to make sure that they feel a part of our learning community, and that we're building our instruction to incorporate their strengths, to incorporate their interests, and really focus on engagement. So I want you to take a look here when we start looking at student achievement in the district. Student achievement here is at 36.8, and the state achievement is 62.3. This is a district that needs a lot of help. This is a district that is really working to get things like their graduation rate up to a higher level. That there's a lot going on here. So I just wanted to show you that there is a big difference between some of our districts, and I think that it's important for you to not only select the school that you're in, but look at some other schools as well. I think you're going to find that it's really interesting if you're able to drill down into, say, a school that you went to or a school that you're familiar with or so on.